Alrighty. Oh, jumping back onto Facebook Live. This is so fun. I'm really starting to find my groove with this, hopefully. And I want to do a special Facebook Live today to talk about a theme that I've been seeing coming up a lot with my clients lately on my calls. I've been having a lot of strategy calls, and there's a common theme that's been coming up, and it's this concept of fear. And so that's why I wanted to title this, What are the fears, and do you have fears that are holding you back from experiencing true love? And I think it's also especially timely because of the time of the year that it is, and coming into the new year, it's a really good time to reflect and just really reassess and think about everything in your life that's going well, everything that you may want to work on, and the woman that you want to become going into the new year. I think I'm going to do a topic on that too. That sounds really good. I'll save that one for another day though. But I want to talk about fear, because this is even something I've been talking about with Spencer a lot too, and just noticing how much fear can really hold us back in life, in our careers, in our relationships, in pretty much anything and everything. And I think it's really important to recognize those fears, but sometimes it's even hard to even know what those fears are, right? And so you can usually notice them and realize and recognize, oh, maybe there's a fear here if you get triggered. And so what I notice, if I've had past fears, this has been something I've been clearing through a ton of fears in the last few months specifically, and I've just watching myself grow so much because of it, of releasing these fears. But it always starts with some sort of trigger. So a trigger can just be like just feeling anxious. It can be feeling irritated or really frustrated. It can just be a general just feeling of uneasiness. It's what it is. It's your body communicating and telling you in a sense that you feel uncomfortable, or you feel out of alignment, or like something is just off. And so instead of just trying to push that feeling down, or just, working through it and just kind of like, just allowing it to just take over, really take a second to recognize, wait a second, why am I feeling this way? Oh, maybe this is a trigger. Maybe this is something I need to dive into deeper. And when we do that, we are allowing ourselves to zoom out a little bit and just take a pause from just getting into the reactive mode of the emotion and of the fear, and actually looking at it from more of a bird's eye view. And so sometimes this is really hard to do by yourself, and it's not something, and it helps to talk it out with someone, either with a coach like me or with a friend or someone that knows you really, really deeply. But usually if I'm journaling and reflecting, that's when I can usually pinpoint then what that deeper fear is. So, hey, glad we got some joiners on. Welcome. So it's not showing me who is on here, but it's saying I've got joiners. So welcome. Who is on here right now? Oh, that's okay. I'm on a good topic here, so I want to keep going with it. So as you're journaling and you're starting to zoom out and reflect back a little bit and realize, okay, these are not me. These are just triggers of emotions that I need to work through and process. And once you can start to recognize these fears, you can decide, is this fear really serving me? Is this fear something that I want to carry with me into the new year, into the new day, for the rest of my life, right? And if not, then this is really important that you don't just allow this fear to stay with you, but that you work through processing this fear and letting it go. Because when you can let fear go, you are creating so much spaciousness for new things to come forth. And I know that's really scary, and that can feel really uncomfortable sometimes, because that uncertainty is sometimes even more scary than the fear that we at least are comfortable with and know, right? It's really weird how that works. We could be so in pain because of this fear that we've been carrying with us for so long. But if that fear is comfortable because it's normal, it's what we're used to, then it's actually something that can be keeping us safe, because it feels more comfortable than being out here in the uncomfortable, crazy place of the unknown, right? And that's why so many women, men, everyone end up allowing those fears to run the show and run their life. And then they get angry and mad when they realize that they can't have what they want, or they don't know why they can't just get there, because there's a massive, huge wall with this fear. It's what I call limiting beliefs. It's just this invisible ceiling. It's a lot of these different kinds of terms that people throw around keeping you back from having what you want and what your soul is just craving to have inside. So if this is something that resonates with you, I would love to hear from you. What are some of those, either the triggers that you sense and you feel in yourself, or some of those fears that you struggle with? And it's something that I'm happy to talk to you about and kind of support you with, because I've been using this technique lately with seriously almost every single one of my clients, and it has just been so powerful to help you clear through these fears and really open up that space for what's really ready to be there and ready to come forth. And yeah, it's incredibly powerful. But I recognize that not everyone's ready right away to clear those fears either, because it takes time and it takes being really ready to become a new version of yourself, one that's not run by fear. So yeah, for me, I will share, I had a very big fear, even up until recently, of just being seen on videos, being seen out in the world, being seen on social media, and really showing up as the true, incredible, powerful coach that I am. And I realized that later, that once I was able to clear through that fear, that this fear was actually keeping me from being my best self and serving women on such a deeper level. And that I was actually doing each of you a disservice by hiding and by holding myself back. And so I really have had to clear through that fear and start showing up. And I'm going to continue to show up. And I want to be there for you continuously to show you that I am a living example of clearing through these fears and the beauty of what can come from moving through that. Oh, it felt good to get off my chest. Yeah, it's beautiful how themes come up. And this fear theme has been coming up a lot for clients. So I thought I would share it with you as well. And hopefully that can give you some inspiration for your day. So anyways, I'm sending out love as you guys are all celebrating the end of this year. And I'll be back on soon. Comment below if there's anything you want to share. Talk soon. Bye, ladies.